Well, hello there. It's New Year's Eve now, and I'm all getting dressed for the event. How do you like my sexy outfit? Anyway, I don't have much time, so I'm just gonna start these heat socks. And it's currently minus 15.6 degrees Celsius out there. And I'm gonna go take some pictures of the fireworks. I'm gonna go uphill, set up my tripods, hopefully do the time lapses and also take some pictures. Later I'm gonna go and have a celebration with my best friend and her family, and after that we are gonna hike. Of course, we did it last year, so now it's sort of becoming a tradition. So we will hike a little mountain and watch fireworks and meet the new year on a mountain top. So, and it's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be minus 20 tonight, so this is why I'm dressing up like that. But I know that I am gonna be warm while walking up now. Now it's only a super tiny hill, so it's not a big one, so I will be fine. But yeah, when it comes to the night, at midnight, it will be a little bit longer hike. So, well, not long either, but you get the point. Anyway, it's almost New Year, so what can I say? Happy almost New Year. I'm off to go before that firework thingy starts. I don't want to miss it, so yeah, wish me luck. Fireworks is not something I photograph very often, so it's cool to practice. Yeah, it's cool to practice when you can. Yeah. Okay, see you around. I just quickly wanted to show you my backpack. I have 2 tripods with me. It's not super heavy, but well, heavy enough. Hi there and welcome to Wander and Frame. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya and I'm a full-time photographer living in Northern Norway. Every week or so I post a video similar to this one and I showcase my adventures, both everyday and bigger ones. Initially I was only planning to photograph the fireworks at midnight, not these family fireworks that happened at 8 p.m. But then I got a call from a local newspaper and the editor asked me, do you wanna make some money? And duh, of course I want. So he asked me to go and take pictures of the fireworks and I said, okay, I'll manage that. So here I am, taking pictures and time lapses of the fireworks happening at 8 p.m. It's called Family Fireworks, happening every single New Year's Eve, where every, family and random people can go and watch them outside at 8 p.m. before the kids go to sleep. The only problem was that I already got invitation for a dinner at 8 p.m. So I told them that I will be late and I'm gonna come around 9. And I only had 1 hour to take pictures, then run down the hill, drive back home, edit the pictures, dress up in a nice dress, and then pick up all my stuff. Yeah, of course, send the pictures to the newspaper and then go to my friend's family, all nicely dressed and with my backpack and all my gear for the next adventure. So it was a little bit of stress. Well, maybe not a little bit, but I was running out of time, but I managed to be there at, I think, 9:15 or something. So I managed to, yeah, we made it. It was really, really nice celebration. and then dress back into my hiking gear and hike up a small mountain. And here I'm trying to show you my frozen hair because the temperature was actually about minus 19 or 20 or so, but it wasn't very frozen, so let's see if it will get there eventually. Last year, me and Lena did pretty much the same thing, just on another mountain top. We hiked a top called Nordtoppen here in Alta as well, and we met another family gathered at a mountain top hut, also celebrating the New Year on the mountain top. Today, we weren't sure if there will be any people, but when we arrived, we saw a small group of people already, and then more and more people started coming up. It turned out this was a pretty popular thing to do on New Year's Eve this year. And well, this mountain is the most popular mountain to hike for people in Alta, so maybe it's a no-brainer, but I was actually a bit surprised that so many people showed up here for the New Year's Eve, especially in this cold. It was chilly. Note to myself and, well, other photographers, if they are interested, always bring the bigger lens if you have it, because it's not the first time I regret the choice of the lens, and then when it starts, it goes so fast you have no chance changing the lenses. So yeah, if you have something like, I don't know, 100 millimeters or even bigger, go for it. That's a good choice. I mean, for fireworks in particular. And here we got the frozen hair. After the hike, Lena went back home because, you know, old people need to sleep early, and I went to visit my other friend who wasn't sleeping yet. That night, I ended up in bed at 4 a.m. I wasn't even drinking anything apart from half glass on the mountaintop and half a glass at my other friend. And then I got up at 8:15 in the morning because another adventure was waiting for us. Lena and I decided go kayaking because she lives in Oslo and she hasn't been here in town in a long while, almost a year. So this is her chance to actually do some kayaking. And even though it was very cold, we decided to give it a go. Here you can see my other sexy outfit of this week. Yeah, it's supposed to keep me warm throughout the kayaking tour for today. But the temperature turned out to be not the only struggle of today. When we arrived at the bay, it turned out that the fjord was frozen. And first it looked as if it was possible to maybe kayak here on the left side where it was not so much ice on the surface. I checked it, and then we tried to get out the kayaks from the shed, or what you call it, but the padlock was frozen too, so it took a while to open up the door. And then a fisherman came around and told us that we are not able to start from where we wanted to, and the only way to go would be to start from the pier, and not the pier I'm sitting on and kicking the ice, but the other one, which we never tried starting kayaking from, and neither of us felt comfortable trying, because you know, if you don't know how to get into kayak from a pier, or if you are unsure on how to do that, then maybe -21 is not the best day to do that. So we decided that it's not a shame to turn around and change the plans. What you see here is a phenomenon called Arctic sea smoke. The sea smoke, also called steam fog, is formed when a very cold air moves over warmer water. Well, you can imagine the temperature of the water right now in January, and then the air is even colder. So we went to my place, made some coffee, made a fire in the fireplace, and had a pretty cozy day. In Norway, there is a saying translated as "there is no shame in turning around" or changing the plans. And it comes down to that sometimes if everything is against you, maybe it's better to change the plans and either do it another day or maybe don't do it at all, because it is about safety after all. And when everything is just not working out, why would you push the limits so hard? You can do it another day. Nobody will judge you for not making it to the goal, right? This evening I decided to go for a run because the temperature was okay and it was a nice run outside. And I spotted such a beautiful aurora borealis. I just wanted to show it to you. Hello, yeah, that's me, in case you don't reckon. This is the third sexy outfit of this week, and maybe you should wrap it up, my little fashion show. How do you like it? And I just wanted to add that when aurora borealis is strong in the Arctic Circle, you don't even need to go out of town. Here I am running next to a road with some traffic lights, and I can still see it, and I was able to capture it with my iPhone, with my hands, no tripod. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I see you in the next video. Bye!